Hey guys, it's your girl Chocolate Trucker coming at you with another video. And today is Tuesday, November the 5th. And we are currently headed to Wisconsin. Before I get into the gist of this video, I want to say welcome back to my channel, all my Chocolate Trucker family and friends. And if you're new to my channel, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit the subscription button. All right. Now, for those of you who know, for my last video, it was posted about 3 weeks ago, I switched companies. I am no longer with Prime. I'm actually with Hirschbach. A lot of people don't really know too much about Hirschbach. I actually heard about Hirschbach when I first went solo, about a month after I went solo. One of the ladies, she was teaming with her husband, actually handed me one of their cards, gave me a little bit of information about them, and that was it. That's the first time I heard about them. Second time I heard about them, one of my friends, his wife drives for Hirschbach, and she gave me some information on them. And then my co-driver was actually researching Hirschbach to come out and drive for them before we decided to team drive. So, yeah, I didn't really know a whole lot about them, but I knew enough to know that they were an okay company. And from doing my own research, I did find out that there weren't too many complaints about this company, which was a good thing. So we decided to give them a try. Now, from my whole process of coming over to Hirschbach was pretty smooth and straightforward. I let Prime know about 2 weeks before I was scheduled to come into orientation, maybe a little more than 2 weeks. Let them know that, hey, I need to come in on this date, turn in my truck. I got some, at first I didn't say I was going to another company. I decided, things happened. I needed to turn in my truck, and left it pretty much at that. As time got closer to me turning in my truck, I had to set up my appointments, get the truck straightened out, and I'm gonna do a whole separate video about the turn-in process. There are still invoices coming in for my truck, almost a month later. So I'm waiting till I get all the final invoices, all the final bills and everything to do that video on that whole turn-in process, which was an ordeal, let's just say that. But okay, so we got in contact with Hirschbach, let them know when we were when we were looking to come out, and the recruiter she didn't pressure us. She didn't, she wasn't like overly, how can I say, she wasn't overly eager, like, come on now. It was much more like, okay, so when would you guys like to come out? We gave her a date. She was like, okay, that's fine. Just give me a call back, closer to when you're coming out, so we can get everything set up for you guys. So after I turned in my truck with Prime, I got on the plane and went to the beach, and that's where we did our orientation. Orientation was 3 days, and it was typical orientation stuff, like we did computer work. What else did we do? Computer work, toured the facility, met our fleet managers, talked with safety, the typical orientation type of work. So we did all of that. And then on the third day, we got our truck. Now our truck is a Kenworth T680. It's a 2019, and this truck that we're in now is actually the second truck that we've gotten. Our first truck, we had it for, let's see, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I want to say 5 days before we had to switch trucks. So we got the truck on Wednesday afternoon. On Wednesday night, Thursday morning, we went and got the stuff, things that we needed for the truck from Walmart. You know, a truck driver's best friend. Got all our stuff, got settled into the truck, kind of, sort of. And I think Thursday night or Thursday afternoon, I can't remember, but we got a load going out. We let our fleet manager know that we were ready to leave. We got a load out pretty quickly. When we went to do our pre-trip before leaving out, because we were leaving out at night, we noticed that one of our headlights was out. Talked to the shop, because we try to switch our headlights out because they put extra bulbs in the truck for us. We tried switching out. None of the bulbs were working and that light. So talked to the guys in the shop. They switched out the headlight that we had in ours with another Kenworth headlight and figured out that it wasn't the light bulb, it was actually the wiring harness. So the next morning, we went into Kenworth, got the wiring harness fixed, got our load, and got on our way. So we picked up a load out of the Butte, took that to New Jersey, picked up a load out of Jersey, and was headed back to Illinois. On our way to Illinois, we're maybe 30 minutes away from delivery. Our engine threw a rod and put a big hole in the bottom of our engine, and we were in the middle of 5 o'clock traffic at the Indiana-Illinois line when this happened, and I was driving. So that was an experience. Luckily, there was a fella there who blocked traffic so I could get all the way over to the right lane. But that happened, and within an hour, a tow truck was out there. Road assist and dispatch had loaded money onto our card for us to get a room for that night. And before we went to bed, we knew that next day we were going to have to get a rental car, clean out the truck, and head to our Illinois terminal to pick up another truck. So they move extremely fast, and they are very efficient for them to be, a smaller company. So yeah, that happened around 5 o'clock on a Sunday. Yeah, 5 o'clock on a Sunday, and got the hotel room Sunday night, got the rental car that Monday morning, drove to Monmouth. I still cannot say the name of that city right, but we drove to Monmouth, where another terminal is. We got our loaner truck, which is the truck we're in now, which is another Kenworth T680, 2019, and this one only had 127,000 miles on it when we got in it. So that happened on Monday. Tuesday, we returned the rental car, and we was already scheduled on a load out. So yeah, and ever since then, we have been running. We didn't realize we was running so hard until Thursday, I want to say, because we scheduled to do a rolling 34 Saturday. We're taking Saturday off. Last Saturday, we took it off so we can do a rolling 34, not realizing how much we actually needed to do a rolling 34. My hours were coming back I would have 9 hours coming back with nothing else left on my 70 but those 9 hours. It's like 9 hours, 8 hours, then it was 4 hours, and maybe 7, and back to 4. And his clock was rolling the same way. Yeah, so we did a rolling 34 this weekend. And actually, we were able to pick up our load and drop it. We picked up a load out of Alabama, dropped it in Iowa. It wasn't supposed to be dropped until Monday, but we were able to drop it that Friday, after Friday night. So we were able to take off from Friday night until Sunday morning. So we both did a complete 34 and got some good rest. And we are rolling again. We don't plan on taking time off again until the end of this month. But other than that, we've been rolling with Hirschbach. One thing that I have to say, we stay rolling. There is not, there was only one time where we had waited on a load for a couple hours, and that's when we had first gotten started, and our dispatcher was on vacation. Like the week we came in, she went on vacation. So she was on vacation, but still working. But anyway, so she was on vacation, and we had to wait a little while, like a couple hours, for a load. But other than that, our dispatcher puts us on another load before we drop our current load. Most of our loads are dropping hooks. Every now and then we do have to do live loads or unloads. Or sometimes they're supposed to be dropping hooks and they may turn into a live load because they don't have a trailer to preload our product on. But other than that, we are loving it over here. My co-driver, he came from local and came back OTR, and of course I was OTR with a bigger company. I'm loving the family vibe here. With Hirschbach, you are not just a number. At Prime, my dispatcher I had my dispatcher's cell phone number, but it's a difference here. Our dispatcher has both of our numbers programmed in her phone. We have her number. If we need to reach her, we can reach her at any time. If we need to reach any other department inside of Hirschbach, we can reach them at any time. And we're not waiting for a long time when it comes to claims, when it comes to safety, when it comes to road assist. Dealing with a larger company versus the smaller company, when it comes to like road assist, I've waited an hour, 2 hours just for road assist to let me know what my next step was, be it if I was dealing with a trailer issue or an issue with my truck. Here, hopefully that's the only issue that we will have to deal with when it comes to road assist type issues. Like I said, within an hour, and road assist stayed on the phone with us the entire time. But within an hour of us breaking down, there was a tow truck there. There was a solution to the issue, and only thing we had to do was call them, take a couple pictures of what happened, and send the pictures in, and that's it. They took care of everything, which is nice. OS&D. So OS&D is overage, shortage, damage, or claims department. Let's say we picked up a trailer and it was set on the wrong temperature. We call OS&D. Within 10-15 minutes. I think the longest we had to wait was 30 minutes. And that's because they had to reach out to the customer to see if the customer still wanted us to pull the load. It was sitting at the wrong temperature for several hours. But other than that, we have quick answers versus a major company. When it comes to the claims department, it could take hours to get a simple answer. But this video is running long. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here because I do need to get some sleep as well. As you guys see, bonnet is on, which means it's time for me to go night night. We just switched over shifts, so I'm going to bed, and I will shoot another video out to you guys later. Hopefully by the end of this week I'll have all the paperwork, all the invoices will be in from Prime with my truck. That way I can do a breakdown of what all they took off or charged me for when it comes to turning in my truck. But that's all for now, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them down below in the comment section. Or you can hit me at my email, chocolatetrucker18@gmail.com. chocolatetrucker18@gmail.com. Bye, guys.